Here is today's tea tasting. We actually already tasted it once, and then I said, oh, I have to do a tea tasting video for this, so we're doing it again. It's a Ceylon Manjary hand-spun tea, and wait till you see what this tea looks like. That's what's so special about it. And there's what the package says. You want to use, it says 4 grams, 10 to 12 ounces of water, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is boiling. And it says steep for 4 minutes, but I never do 4 minutes. And it just says black tea, but the kind of tea is Ceylon, so it's come from Sri Lanka. So here's my tea table, and my friend said to me, well, you always use those little cups on your tea tastings. So yeah, I always use my Gaiwan, and I want to do consistency for my tastings. So when I'm comparing things, they're the same. But I thought this time maybe I'll try to start doing my videos a little different. Maybe people will like them a little bit different. Here's the inexpensive, literally with tax it costs $15, teapot that I tend to use more than I do my Gaiwan. I need a new Gaiwan because mine's got a little chip out of it.
Yeah.
But I'd been using it for tea tastings anyway. This time I'm going to use this. It's bigger than my Gaiwan, so what I'm going to do for consistency is to just not fill it up with water as much. But I am going to use our little cups. Those are tasting cups, are perfect. And I do want, they're great for getting the color of the tea. And so this has the lid, and it has a strainer right in it. And here is my favorite cup. I use this cup more than anything else. I have all the fancy teacups with the handles, and I have all sorts of variety. But this is the one I tend to like most. I've gravitated toward cups that are handleless. I tend to like them best. And this one is just the right size. Because I do like making multiple small batches of tea.
Yeah.
But this one has the texture on the outside, so it's very comforting to feel this tea as you're relaxing and drinking. And I'm trying to get some more of these. This came from an artist. I'd have to get his name. I just looked it up recently. Came from an artist in Canada, and he has a website, but I'll look it up. So I'm going to do this tea tasting different, and you guys will have to let me know how you like it. It may take be a longer video, but we're going to talk about it on the camera rather than me read about it on my notes afterwards. And so go ahead, you tell me. We first always smell what's in the bag, and we've smelled it and gotten our opinions, so we wouldn't take that time on the camera, and then we compare and discuss it. Yes. So smelling it dry out of the bag, what did you get?
Okay, I'm going to say that to me my initial thing for the tea was that it was chocolatey, with a little bit of charred
that's
kind
interesting.
of smell. Like I said,
Did you read the package?
I read the package earlier, but it doesn't make any difference because it still smells like chocolatey, charred thing to me.
He often reads the package and then allows it to influence him, and I try not to let him read the package because.
Yeah.
So you get chocolate charred. And my first thought was light and airy, but that's the dry we're smelling. And I got mostly a fig aroma, which would be the fruit category, which would be lychee. I've learned kind of what lychee smells like. Yeah. It smells like fig, but since we don't have lychee in America, that's...
So fig Newton's not lychee?
No, Fig
Oh.
Newton's not
Oh
lychee.
man,
So he's going with chocolate.
I am chocolate charred cookie baked kind of thing.
Chocolate chard. Now, the package, as you see, says charcoal.
I wouldn't go charcoal.
Charcoal like floral character, but he said charred, which would be the same.
I did not get the floral thing what you read out.
No, I didn't get floral either. Okay, let's take some out of the package.
Okay, I don't generally get excited about tea just laying there in a thing, although some are better than this. But this is really unique.
Yeah, it's
Very-
expensive. It says it's a limited edition.
Yeah.
And you can see it's hand spun, they say,
Yes.
into little roses. Aren't they
Yes.
cute? I think
Yes, they are.
I absolutely love them. I think it would make such a romantic, you know, tea before, like, you know, just together,
Tea before the evening.
tea before dinner,
There you go.
or breakfast. I'm trying to get it focused on the tea so you can see. It's like bald, but it's actually hand spun into a little rosette. They're about as cute as can be. I think it's so great. So it is a little bit of expensive tea, but
Like tea art.
yeah, tea art. There you go.
If there is a thing there, that would be it.
But if you're having a special meal or you're having a tea party,
Yes.
this would be the tea. I wanted to also bring up that this is from the Lumbini Tea Valley and in Sri Lanka. Of course, Sri Lanka because it's Ceylon, but I've actually had a tea tasting from the Lumbini Tea Valley before. This has also got that this tea garden was started in 1975 by that guy. You can read his name. And I like Ceylon tea because it has less astringency
Yes.
than other black teas. It's one of the few black teas that I actually enjoy.
I agree.
So let's add some water.
Find it very good.
Here it goes. Don't fill it up all the way, just about
So-
halfway, or cover the tea rosettes.
Say when, as I cannot see the level.
Yeah, let's try that. And we literally only wait about 10 to 20 seconds on our first steeps. So since our tasting cups are so small, I did have to go ahead and decant it into a little tea pitcher. I hope everybody has a little tea pitcher because you can't leave it in the leaves very long or it will
Continue steep.
continue to steep and get very bitter and astringent. So the next step that we always do is to take off the lid and smell. So we're gonna do some pondering and then we'll come back and let you know. So here is what it looks like after like a 20-second steep. You can still see the little florets, but we'll watch it unfold as we steep some more. And then here's the color of the liqueur, which I think is just a classic brown. So what did it smell like to you?
Well, to me, I got the sense of warm chocolate, with a slight bit of char, like a waning charcoal briquettes. You know, where the flame is dying out of it and just more ashen.
Yeah,
Very
you said as they were cool,
as they were
like
cooling.
like
Yes.
cool charcoal.
Charcoal, yes. It's like like when it's waning. Not overpowering, very subtle.
Yeah. So for me, I didn't get fig anymore, so it does smell different than the first time. So I didn't get fruit at all. I got classic malt.
More.
And so I put it in the grain starch category because that's the category for, you know, your classic tea is a malty smell. And so it smells like classic tea, classic black tea to me.
Maybe that's what I'm getting.
And then I also put that, I think I picked up a hint of stone. So I also threw in the mineral element category, because it's kind of like a separate aroma layer from the malt. They both exist, and it that's that cooling kind of smell
Yes.
that I think you're getting.
Yeah, maybe.
But you just described it different. And I think that might be the charcoal, but definitely no floral, like the bag says. Yeah.
Didn't I get a nuance of floral?
Yeah. So I got to take a few pictures for color purposes, and then we're going to taste. Okay, the first thing we taste it for is body. So tell me whether it's light, medium, or full.
I say it's medium to full.
No, I got light. Almost water-like. Okay, so now we have astringency. I have 4 categories: smooth and low, bright and light, lively, brisk, or pungent and bold. What do you think?
Bright and light.
I got smooth and low. Lowest category, number 1. I love bright and light. It's my favorite,
Yes.
but I think, no, this one's low. It's not smooth, but it's low. Okay, go ahead. What do you think on the taste? I
I'm
have to
sticking
get
with the
myself
chocolatey.
some more.
I'm sticking with the chocolatey aspect of
You
it.
think it's chocolatey?
I do.
So I get classic malt tea, but very, very subtle with this first steep. So I think this tea does deserve a much longer steep, but because I never know till I try it, my first steep's always short, and then I get longer with each one. Okay, for finish. I have 5 categories: airy, soft, evaporating quick, juicy and mouth-watering, lingering, aromatic, and drying and tannic. Well, it's not drying and tannic. It's not lingering. I gotta take another sip. What do you think?
For me, it's mouthwatering.
Yeah, juicy and mouth-watering. I got the same one. We agree this time.
Yeah.
As I had to remind him, there's no right or wrong answers. It's really whatever your experience is.
It is.
And it is very relaxing. When we're done doing this and discussing tea, we feel so relaxed. That's why we like doing this. So, juicy and mouth-watering. And then we're going to have to rate it. I can't rate it till we do another steep. So this time I'm going to switch to my favorite cup instead of a tasting cup. And we're going to steep it a little longer. I liked it with just a 20-second steep. I felt like this was a tea I could serve to anybody, and even people who weren't tea lovers would like it. Which is perfect if you're having a party and you're, putting these little things at the table that are so cute. And having something that everybody would like, but we're gonna do a little bit longer steep. I have to laugh because he knows the technique. He said, "Smell it now." But before we let him smell it now, look at how they've opened up some. There's still little rosettes. Can you just imagine having this with company at a party and letting them see that? Go ahead and smell.
I think they would enjoy that very much.
Yeah. And while they do that, we'll see the coloring. I left this for maybe 60 seconds, I think. So it's a little darker, but it's still brown. It's almost got a red tint to it now. It's still classic brown, I think. I decanted it into the little pitcher. Usually I decant it straight into my cup, but there you go. You can pour yourself some, and we'll see
Yes, thank you.
if we think that any of the characteristics of this tea have changed.
I think the
My favorite cup. Now, my favorite cup, it actually is very hot down here at the bottom. So I've learned you can't fill it up all the way because you have to hold it where there's no liquid.
no heat, yes.
Okay, let's see here.
Taste easy. Tastes a little more robust.
You think it tastes more robust?
I do.
A little bit, but not much.
Teeny
It's still holding, I would say this is a forgiving tea. So it didn't get any more astringent.
No.
And
It's a very
it has a little bit more of the stone or charcoal flavor,
yes.
but it's pretty much the same. And I like it. I like that you could steep it longer, and
It's very easy to drink.
that's it. Very extremely easy. So what would we rate this? I think even after our third and fourth steep, we're going to be the same. You have to show the camera. They can't see your hand.
Well, I'll give that a 5 hearts.
5 hearts, yeah. So our system is, and this is on the website if anybody ever wants to download it. Don't like it is one heart. Even if you don't like it, it gets 1 heart. Hard to swallow. 2 hearts is just okay. I swallowed it. 3 hearts is I liked it, might buy it again. 4 hearts is I loved it and I would buy it again. And 5 hearts, the thing for 5 hearts, and I probably would not do 5 hearts. I loved this tea, and I would keep it on hand.
I would.
Well, I wouldn't keep it on hand because it's expensive. But I would definitely buy it again. I'm going to go with 4.5 hearts.
Ooh, 4.5. I didn't know we did halves.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to give it 4.5 because there's absolutely, well, there's not a whole lot to this tea to make it interesting.
Yes, but it has such a subtle aroma.
I might just do 4 hearts because I would definitely buy it again, and I would buy it for a purpose because it cost a lot of money
It does.
and it's perfect for a party. So
Okay.
anytime that I'm having a party or I want to have a romantic dinner or something like that, I would definitely buy this tea.
I agree.
Oh my gosh, this is such a forgiving tea. This is perfect for parties. I decided I don't even need to decant it. I let it steep for, 5 minutes, and it still tastes the same. It's not gotten bitter or astringent. This is a great tea. I can just leave it in here steeping. I don't have to decant it into that one. And there's what the leaves are looking like. They're really opening up. I always keep my spoon. This is a baby spoon, but it has the pattern that I used to collect for Oneida. And I never got very many of them. And I found this baby spoon, and I absolutely love it because it works perfect for getting in here and moving your leaves around. Oh, here's one that's really opening up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. Look at it.
Yeah.
It's totally unrolled, and look how huge the leaf is. Now that's good quality tea. You don't get big leaves like that very often.
Yeah, it's skill.
Definitely would buy this tea again.
Yes.
Because, yeah, so here. Well, you have to finish your tea and then drink some more.
Yep.
So he has switched cups too. We have these teal cups. I only buy a few of each cup that I get. I try to get different ones, even though we really like these. And he's going to tell me what he thinks of a very long steeped tea.
I think it's very good.
Is it any different? Can't hear your head shaking.
My apologies for that. I meant to put the rattle in. I would say it's maybe a little, just a hint stronger, but it's pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same. Isn't
So
that a
it's
great tea?
Very consistent.
I mean, you can have this at a party, and if you leave it even in there without decanting it,
Yes.
it's still great. And that way they can pick this up and look at the leaves and enjoy it as you, you serve each other and have fun at the party.
It's a very enjoyable tea.
Yeah, very. Oh, and so we put it in a jar. So that's now in this jar. This is what we have left. So I know that you're not supposed to put teas in jars because the light damages the tea, but I always keep mine in jars because I really am a visual person and I enjoy looking at the tea, and I don't keep my tea around. I don't save it. I drink it up.
It is.
So I drink it up before it goes weaker or bad.
I highly recommend drinking it. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's in a jar now.